Welcome to my no bullshit hunting horn guide for Monster Hunter Wilds. The hunting horn is the rockstar weapon of Monster Hunter, and everyone loves a unter in their team. It can buff the whole squad, KO lock the monsters, and even counter monster attacks. This weapon is for you if you think the best way to support the team is by giving the monster a concussion. The beautiful melody of the pain train is with you. Dude, motherfucker. The downside, there are a lot of different songs, and other hunters will constantly mistake you for a full-time support. But once you master it, the monster will hear the boss music once you arrive. Now, let's dive straight in. Hunting horn gameplay is about hitting the monster and playing notes with each swing to cue songs, then performing those songs for big damage and buffs. You have 3 different notes, and your main inputs are triangle or Y for note 1, circle or B for note 2, and both buttons for note 3. When you press R2, you will perform them. Before we check our base combos, let's talk about the weapon-specific mechanic of the hunting horn. In the top left corner, you have the note queue. It holds your last 4 basic attack notes. They are first in and first out. Hitting notes in the right order cues a song, shown right next to your notes. And you can save up to 3 normal songs and 1 special song. More on that later. Performing a song has different effects, like buffs for you and your allies, damage to the monster, or even healing. An activated buff is displayed with yellow text in the top right corner. Playing the song again or using an encore boosts the effects, turning the text purple. Every hunting horn has a different song list and you can see them in the top right corner. You can also check them directly at the smithy while crafting. It's like a little cheat sheet when you switch horns, which is super useful. Lastly, there are echo bubbles you can place down. You have 3 charges indicated by the 3 circles left to your notes. They last 60 seconds, deal AoE damage when you attack nearby, and give buffs while you're standing inside. Charges take 30 seconds each to refresh. Okay, now let's check out our basic attacks. Your triangular Y attack chain performs a left swing followed by a forward smash, both playing note 1. Holding forward and pressing triangular Y performs the forward smash directly. If you press circular B, you will perform the right swing, which combos into flourish, playing note 2. Like before, holding forward and pressing circular B performs the flourish directly. The cool part about flourish is that you can cue an extra note during the second swing for free. Just press the note button you want to play. Pressing triangle and circle or Y and B together performs the backward strike into the overhead smash combo, playing note 3. Holding forward and pressing the buttons performs the overhead smash directly. And just like flourish, this also lets you cue a free note during the slam animation. If you press forward and both buttons again after the overhead smash, you will perform a hard-hitting overhead smash follow-up attack, also playing note 3. And after every attack, you can press backward and any note button to perform a hilt stab. This one hits fast, does slicing damage, and is useful to fill missing notes quickly. Lastly, pressing R2 and X or A drops an echo bubble on the ground. During the funny dancing animation, you can play up to 3 notes in rapid succession. A very important thing to know is that songs can flow into each other. So if one song ends with 2 notes that are the first 2 notes of another song, you can just play the 3rd note to store the next one up. Use this to cue multiple songs fast. Every song you play that way will be stored, and like mentioned before, you can store 3 normal and 1 special song. Okay, now that we know how to play and store songs, let's start rocking. The basic way to play your horn is by pressing R2. You can also choose which stored song you want to play first by pressing a different button combination with R2. You can see the commands next to your stored songs. If you don't input any other commands, you will perform all your stored songs one after another. But you basically never want to perform this way. I will explain this in a bit. If you press your directional input in R2 after another attack or anytime while holding L2, you change the performance attack in that direction, making it useful for repositioning. What would an instrument weapon be without rhythm? While playing a song, your character will flash up in white. If you time R2 with this flash, your horn will flash up in red, and you will perform the performance beat attack for more damage. You can watch your character's head or feet while you play the song. When you take the second step or do the second headbang, your character will flash up. Time your R2 input with that movement and you don't have to listen to the sound. I catch myself always counting to 2. 1 and 2 and boom. 1 and 2 and boom. To finish your performance, press triangle and circle or Y and B together during a song to encore. This repeats the song with 2 big finishing swings, and it will enhance the song effects. If you landed power performance beats before, this becomes an even stronger power encore attack. You can also encore by pressing R2 after your last song played. Alright, now that we understand the basics, let's get into more advanced stuff. Let's talk about the special performances. Pressing R2 and triangle and circle or Y and B together will perform the special song of your hunting horn. First, there's the offset melody, your powerful counter. You step back and jump forward for an attack. It gives you invincibility frames on the backward step and hyper armor on the forward attack. And if you time it right, you will counter the monster's attack, possibly toppling its back for a big opening. You can also hold R2 down to delay the forward attack for perfect timing. Then there's the resounding melody. It is a 3-hit combo, and if the third hit connects, it creates a piercing projectile that travels through the whole monster. This one is awesome for applying status effects or hitting long monsters. Lastly, there's the melody of life, which heals you and your teammates by quite a bit. But it does no damage and you are vulnerable while performing it, so often just cheating and using healing items is better. There are many different songs and effects in the game. If you want to check what a song does, you can open the weapon controls for the hunting horn and go to the melody effects section. The most important melody for yourself is the self-improvement song. It makes you very mobile while wielding this heavy weapon and even buffs your attack and defense. Now, let's take a look at the new mechanic in Monster Hunter Wilds, the focus mode. Hold L2 to enter it. Pressing R1 performs the focus strike reverb. If you hit a wound, you will start playing your horn like a rock guitar. And you can play up to 5 notes during this animation. If you time it right with each character flash, you will do extra damage with each input. If you jump off a ledge or while sliding down, you can press either of your basic attack notes to perform a jumping attack and play that note. And if you press R2 during the jump, you will attack directly into a performance. Lastly, while on your sacred, you can press triangle Y to pull out your horn and play note 1. From here on, you can keep pressing other notes to store songs while you travel, then press R2 to perform them. In the end, press R2 again to encore for the biggest buffs. Okay, let's talk damage. Here are your core combos and loops. First, let's check the combos when you don't have songs to play. Your highest damage loop is the back slam and left swing loop. Just alternate between these two repeatedly. And if you need notes too, you can also back slam into right swing for a little bit less damage. When you have songs ready to play, do this. For quick damage burst, use a single encore. Perform your song, then immediately press triangle and circle Y and B for the encore finish. For massive damage on a downed monster, you want to have 3 echo waves stored up. Then perform, hit the power performance beats and finish with a power anchor. This takes time, so only use it when you have a big opening. Alright, we know how to attack and defend. Now, how do we apply that in a real hunt? Here's some tips. Always aim for the monster's head. Almost all your attacks do KO damage, so make sure to abuse that. Then keep the echo wave songs queued up whenever possible and always have your echo bubbles placed near the monster for extra damage and buffs. If you have an offset attack horn, practice the timing for your counter. Landing it feels amazing and gives you huge openings. If you need a fast song, make sure to use the hill stab. You get a free quick note and after the stab the performance will be the fastest. And please remember, you're not a pure support player. Your job is to hit the monster very hard, all while playing cool tunes. Lastly, equip a second hunting horn that has important buffs your main horn lacks, like attack up L. Unlike other weapons, song durations don't decrease when swapping between 2 hunting horns. Got questions? Drop a comment or ask me live on twitch.tv/NinoMMO. If this video helped, hit that subscribe button and consider supporting me directly on Patreon. It really helps me keep making these no bullshit guides. Want to know the best hunting horn armor skills? Check out this video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.